I posted on all the Discords. I Twittered. I tagged people. Talking about you too.
I love it.
I
did all the
Twittered and Instagrammed.
I did
Thank
Instagram,
you. Thank
but
you.
maybe I could like during the first sprint, like do that. What is it? Like the referral thing, or like, hey, Tom did this here. You know, piggyback is what I think of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Repost.
Yeah, I was like sharing a story. Like I'm like, you got to be more specific. There are lots of different ways
It's
to do
an
that.
arrow
There's like a normal retweet, and then there's quote retweet, and then there's shared a story, and then there's like
I don't know how
repost
to do things
third-party
on
app, and then-
Instagram. I'm
yeah.
terrible on Instagram.
It's okay.
Just admit it, Glory. You feel the age creeping in.
Okay, if you're gonna go there. Oh wait, we are live. Okay, if you're gonna go there.
Oh yeah,
Speaking of attention,
I want to hear this. So you can't stop now.
I just helped a very dear friend who was like, "Oh, I'm ready for writing sprints. Are you doing anything this week?" And I was like, "Well, actually, I'll be on Sarah's tonight." Da da da. And they were like, "Okay, by the way, I saw your stream yesterday, but I was on my phone, so I couldn't comment." You know, like she's talking about live chat.
Yeah.
And I literally started screenshotting from my phone and then circling. This is the live chat button. This is the pop up. Then this is where, if you click this button here, your keyboard will show up. And I texted her, and she was like, just like a whole bunch of laughing emojis. Like, okay, I know I'm younger than you, but you know I'm like reincarnated, and I have no ability to work technology.
yeah, it's like I already knew exactly who you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
This person's younger than you, aren't they? But
Yes.
they might as well be everyone's grandma.
Yes. But yeah. And I was like, look, I'm just happy I can share something I know with you that's useful. So that was, hello, all the lovely people. Mwah.
I mean, I was surprised to realize that Michael is, our age.
I know.
I thought Michael was
Yes.
Sarah's age.
Yeah.
Who's my age?
Michael. We thought Michael CB Chen was around your age, Sarah, but it turns out he's around our age.
Now everyone who doesn't know us that well, try to figure out what we're talking about.
But there's also Asian don't raisin. So
there's what?
Also Asian don't raisin.
Yes. And I mean, we get that a lot too.
Yeah, your skin, both of you, without trying to sound like, Buffalo Bill. Really good.
I need the compliment today. Please get like almost dysfunctional with me. I'd like to hear. Tell me about my skin. And hello, it is, everyone. And also, no joke, it's Tuesday, and Tuesday is the day I do a mask. So I was planning on waiting till after the stream to put it on, but I can put it on during the stream.
Whatever you want. Like, I mean, you should just say that I finished watching the Super Carlin Brothers video during a sprint, which I will absolutely be doing, because for those of you who don't know, the Super Carlin Brothers, every single year, they take the Harry Potter sorting quiz for themselves just to see if they've changed it all. But this year, they took it for the opposite person. And one person was like, oh, this is what I thought. I'm so excited to show the other person. And then the other one was like, oh, I think he's going to be mad at this result. And I haven't seen them share the results yet. And that's what I almost care more about than like seeing them be like, oh, this is what my brother's like. That answer is like, definitely not it, blah, 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 blah. Which was like cool, but it's like.
That was pretty much why, I told Glory that I wanted to watch that, 20 minutes of Dean Pendleton from Community.
Oh, yes.
Because it's like, I know your first thought's going to be, this character is nothing like me. And my response is going to be, all right, true. You are not as thirsty as Dean Pendleton is throughout Community.
Yeah, but I've never had a problem.
All of these behaviors I have watched you do.
It is true. Like, I do have strippers on speed dial. It is true. Local. You know what? Support your local stripper show. They're out there making people happy.
I remember when you were always ready for a rave.
It's a part with pretty
And
lights.
the people would ask, like, "Oh, you came dressed up," and you're just like, "Dressed up? What are
No.
you talking about?"
I know, I get that actually. Why do I get people say that to me?
You know, like, no. All of these, turns out, someone gets your personality type.
Yeah, because Tom sent me the YouTube video of Dean Pendleton, like 20 something minutes of Dean Pendleton being a pansexual imp. And I was like, oh, no, for real. And Tom was like, this explains you so well.
I mean, like, you know, that response he has at one point of being gay is only 2/7 of my sexuality.
Yes.
And
I mean,
again,
it's, yeah.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm hoping I typed this right.
Y'all. Okay.
And also, I joke about Glory is not non-binary. She is more of all the genders at the same time.
Yeah.
She does not seesaw. She does not switch. It's all of them.
All the time. Hello.
Schrodinger's cat.
Kind of, yeah, maybe sort of.
Both dead and alive at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Two G S 1.
I'll read it out loud. Okay, people are entering it, so I typed it correctly. I was just checking in because I almost got a letter. Hey, Bex, thank you.
I must have typed it in wrong. Hold on,
6, Quebec, Whiskey. 2, Golf, Sierra, Yankee, Sierra, Golf. Ohioans are taking over the stream. Says Melanie.
Oh.
The land of PP Township.
I know
I'm just
Natalie
the avatars.
Ohio.
Seeing who I recognize, like, yep. I just don't know who the wisteria is. Or is it Gladiola? I can't tell.
Looks like
I am not the person to ask.
Leanna.
Well, I see that, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I don't know
Yeah.
What the YouTube name is.
I don't even know if I've ever put my picture on.
Yeah, you
have.
did, Lori.
Oh, good.
Tom has
it is a picture from far back.
Shush! They think it's current. Shush.
I mean, you are the ideal of the the joke about writers and their profile pictures.
Oh yeah, that they're 20 using 20-year-old headshots, thinking nobody notices.
Mine is 2 years old, and it's just because I really loved having the purple silvery hair. And
Yeah, you look really good in purple silvery hair.
Yeah, I loved yesterday's response to the purple hair.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh my god, it looks so good on you!"
Mm-hmm.
Like today, I couldn't, but I'll probably do it again this weekend. The babies.
Keeping you on schedule.
I have a very complex relationship with Shelties.
You do. It's true.
I like them. They hate me.
That's depressing.
And when I say that,
They just
no, Glory. Glory, they would like me to not only leave the room, the house, the premise. They would prefer to know I would never show up again. I have no idea why. It was more than one. Versus other dogs are like, yeah, I'm gonna stay near you. It was just Shelties.
Shelties liked me.
Yeah. The Shelties loved everyone. But
everyone,
me.
Yeah, there was that one that peed on you. And he did not do it in a claiming sort of way. Yep.
All of them bit me.
It's rare. I don't know, Tom, that you've ever been bitten by any other dogs. Like actually bit, like because like Labradors will play, but they're not actually trying to bite. They're just doing that ha 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 thing.
Yeah, Riley would play, but we still trained her to keep her mouth.
Yeah, for whatever reason, this family's Shelties that they got over the years just
did
not a single one of them cared for me.
I just assumed he didn't smell right. That's my theory.
Probably.
Who's ready to get writing done?
Me. I think everyone's in the room who wants to be. So,
I'm writing.
take the banner down. Put this one up.
Ooh, angry Angus.
And in 3, 2, 1, happy productivity, everyone.
Well, well, well.
How'd you do?
Tom,
One more time.
there you go.
Well, I am writing absolutely ridiculous lyrics about food. Currently on just how to make a charcuterie board. And I'm mostly channeling the hot chocolate song. From, what was it? Something in the North Pole?
Oh, Polar Express?
Yeah.
Nice. Good job. I got 3 Christmas cards addressed.
That's nice.
Yeah. I only have 6 more to go.
The hub that I use to plug in all of my stuff. So my second monitor, my charger, my microphone was totally glitching during the
Ooh.
sprint, and I don't know if that's because I like plugged in the into my router or modem, whichever one it is, the proper one. I just don't know what it's called. So I just gave up on that in the last few minutes, and I was like, okay, screw it. My computer is fully charged, luckily. So I was like, okay, I don't need that. And I don't need the second monitor right now. So I can plug in my microphone so I still sound good while also still being plugged in to the internet, because I don't want to mess with it in the middle of a stream.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, who is asking about the keyboard? Okay, Kirk. I've never thought of that, but it really does. Second of all, it is actually something I ripped from a YouTube video that was like 30 minutes ASMR or whatever, and I just cropped it to 25 minutes, I believe. And it wasn't a mechanical keyboard. It was one kind of like mine. And so if you want to hear what my typing sounds like, it's not going to be super fast because I actually don't know what I'd be typing. But
yeah, it sounds a lot like my old HP keyboard that I use for my tower.
Steam cleaning the floor. That's how you get it clean in a house of doggies.
But anyway, that typing is what I sound like. And in my older vlogs, you could hear the typing too, but I turned the volume way up on those typing clips. So yeah, I just wrote nonsense to sound
the cats on the keyboard.
Yeah. Well, no, I was writing actual words, but
okay.
It wasn't like a story, and it wasn't a social media post like the ones that I was scheduling during that sprint.
Yeah, it sounded actually more like when our mom would type, because mom could sustain 110 words a minute.
I can type that fast, but if I'm typing anything, I can't sustain that. Like my brain is overthinking things too much. So if I'm novel writing, or even if I'm writing a script for Write-ish, and if I'm writing a school paper, forget about it. Like I can't just type like crazy. So my speed is much higher when there are no stakes.
I don't type fast at all. My sustained is probably 30 words a minute. Somewhere between 23 and 30 words a minute. Tom types much faster than me.
Yeah, it's like you're kind of lucky to stay around 30.
Yeah.
Mostly it's, 20 plus.
Yeah, I am the slow one in the family. Everybody else types way faster. But nobody typed as fast as mom did.
But mom had very special hands and arms. I mean, she did one hand single walnut crack.
Yeah, like she didn't have a second walnut to crack. against it to break a walnut with her one hand. She could do just one walnut and just forearms like Popeye. Yup.
I can't do that.
Oh, yeah, I can. I sometimes struggle to do it with 2 almonds. Like, come on.
I can crack an egg with one hand, but that's very easy compared to like nuts.
Yeah.
But people in my family are still shocked, and I'm like, why is this shocking? You just go like this, and you pull your fingers apart to hold the top part of the shell and the bottom part of the shell.
Well, for eggs, there is that trick though, where you are trying to use that little pad on your pointer finger to kind of press in that helps separate the eggs, and
yeah,
you have to also just get used to the did I crack it enough?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I learned it when I was like 8 or something. But my grandma taught me to type maybe when I was like 5, and she had learned touch typing. So she's like, here's the thing. You put your fingers where they belong on the resting keys, and then you type. So by the time I was learning how to do it, I think when I was like 8 or 9 in my hellhole of a middle school, I was so much better than everyone else. And there was this one boy who could type faster than me, but with a really, really bad inaccuracy percentage. So when the teacher was like, Zara's the best, he got so pissed. And I was like, it's not my fault that you're not accurate.
I mean, real fast touch typing does require coordination. Like it is a coordination that you have to let the back of your mind handle and not think about. Yeah. Because, and like I was surprised to see how fast my mother could even type on Gloria's old truly mechanical typewriter she got when she was, what were you, 10, 9?
I was 9. It was my 9th birthday present from mom and dad. It was my red keyboard or key typewriter. It was a fully manual, and I wrote many an essay on that in my school career.
But like
it had its own case, so I took it all the way to Canada and back with me when I went to school there. It went to the Philippines and back because, look, when there's no electricity, she still works. And you can just rewind the ribbon and type again. And, you don't notice till like the 3rd or 4th rewind anyway.
For a long time, I don't know if my mom finally got rid of it. We had her electric typewriter that she had in college. And I also have an older, like a manual typewriter, but I never got ribbons for it because there was like a shop, but then it got flooded. So I think it closed down. And then I was like, I don't trust that I'm going to buy them for like a good price on the internet. So like, I've never put ribbons in it.
I'm going to admit to you, I've always wanted my very own IBM Selectrics, but those are rare as hen teeth now. But my parents used to have one, and it was such a pleasure to type on. Like, and I loved the hum of it. To me, that is the hum of productivity. Like you're in the hive, and all the bees are doing their work. It's like, yes, I am now ready to write. Tom and I wrote our first cookbook on it. On the IBM, on our parents' IBM, when they were not there. We'd write it after school.
Yes, no one was actually allowed to touch it officially.
Yeah, so we did it in secret till we had it done, and then we presented with them with like an
8-page
cookbook. Yes, Tom's crowning recipe was pie.
God.
Look, it was good, okay? I still liked it with butter.
I mean, it did live up to its name. It did taste like a fortune cookie.
It did taste exactly like a fortune cookie. Hi, Tanya.
Wait, Nikki's
messages aren't showing up in StreamYard for some reason because I can see them in the chat.
Yeah.
But not in StreamYard. Like they're not showing up, in our StreamYard screen. And I
know. That's why I was so confused.
So, but like her messages are showing up in the YouTube chat.
Okay.
But I don't know why they're not getting translated to StreamYard when everyone else's messages appear to be showing up in StreamYard, even those spammy bots, which I keep reporting.
Yeah, thank you. When I'm streaming, I'm like, I have at least one mod in every single one of my streams. I'm not playing whack-a-troll with my wrench on my own channel. I'll do it for other people, but like not. I don't remember what IBM my mom had when I was growing up, but we had one, and that was the computer that I used for a very long time. And then my grandma was not the first one in our family to get a Mac, because my mom's younger brother was the one who got it, and then was like, Mom, you need to get this. And then I learned it and then taught my grandma. But
the Selectrix was the one that had a ball for all the keys. So like it was a ball that typed rather than like actual individual keys that would go to the paper. It was a ball with all the lettering on it.
Amanda, congratulations.
Hello.
Awesome. Yeah, I had like no feedback. I was like, this starts a new paragraph and this should be in quotes. I really liked it.
All I'm thinking about right now is Hannah's thing about Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
And the, never mentioned in any of my classes about he's one of the earliest, most famous Black authors in the Western world.
Yes.
And there's a lot of tongue-in-cheek references to him having a different skin tone in his writing.
Yes.
That's a lot of times what he's
little,
joking about.
Like tongue-in-cheek references to it in his own writing. So if you know what you're looking at, then you know, oh, he's made a little nod to you, like to the fourth wall. Hi, Adrian.
Hey.
I typed out the new code and then I never put it up on screen.
Oh, there's a mood right there.
I was like, why isn't anyone in the room? And I was like, my bad. 4 Romeo Whiskey Echo Quebec Alpha 8 Sierra Golf. You do have something good, Natalie. I don't know if other people have this, but my desk chair will just randomly rise on its own. So whenever I feel like that I've been hunching over more than normal, I'm like, hold on. And I finally did that today. And I was like, oh, this is so much better. And it just happens. And I have the same chair at my mom's place. And I just don't know.
It's because of the design of the piston.
Yeah, it has to do with there's a manufacturing flaw in the one that will slowly rise. Like it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be more controlled. Like it only rises when you lift the lever. And I found there's a piece that you can replace in it if you are the kind of person who takes chairs apart, which my family, we do, that you can replace so it'll quit doing that. But most people, they're just like, once every 4 days,
I could, but I don't care enough.
Yeah, exactly. Most people are like, eh. But our family were like, but why not take it apart while we watch TV? Because, yeah, you know. So it's something you can do. Most people don't. All right.
It's like, most people don't realize that most of those chairs that, rise and lower, you can replace the piston on. It is actually a user replaceable part. It's all of them.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's like, while I can do a lot of handy things, I'd rather be spending my time doing something else. It's like the same thing in my head where it's like, I could learn to design a good book cover in Photoshop because I already know how to use Photoshop really well. But I'd rather be doing something else. I needed a break after, okay, so I showed up at like 4:15 because of computer problems, but like 4:15 until 11:15 streaming yesterday between their stream and then Barrett's, my head needed a break.
Yeah, I didn't realize just how hot people can get wearing those wigs until
it wasn't hot. It was just right here.
Oh, it's pressing.
Yeah, even without the like extra band secured.
Yeah.
And I think if I had bobby pins, I would be able to loosen it even more and not be afraid. But I didn't have any bobby pins here, so yeah. Okay, people are in the room. We will start the next sprint at the 55-minute mark.
I like the wigs that attach with combs to your hair. Like those are my personal favorite. And yes, I have been known to sew them in to the the liner of like, I'm just taking matters in my own hand. But
Well, Kelly has a bunch that like have the combs, but this one doesn't. And another wig that I had that I had to get rid of because it was just associated with the not great relationship. That also didn't have combs. So I've never actually had one with combs, but I've seen them, but it's always like the ones that I want, they don't have it. And I'm like, that's fine. I can bobby pin like crazy because I used to do ballet, but I didn't have any here. Hello.
Hello, Barrett.
Hey.
One more minute.
Yeah, there's our family. There's always someone who likes to take things apart while we all watch TV together. Back when we were growing up, which has led to me always saving whenever we get those big boxes of potato chips and stuff, the variety packs, because it's just the right size for a tray for working on electronics, so nothing rolls away.
Yeah.
Hey, Hannah. Barrett, this is the Hannah that I assumed was in chat instead of Hannah B. And I was so used to seeing her with a certain profile picture that it wasn't, and then she finally changed it. So, yeah.
Hannah, our whole family are tinkerers. We love to like get in there, and like if you fix something, you only get upset with it once, versus if you don't. Like at least with our family, it's like every time you go. So it's a form of self-care, if you will.
Yes. And with that, we're going to start our next sprint, which you can do work or self-care or something in between or both because it's 25 minutes. So in 3, 2, 1, happy productivity, everyone. How did we do?
Hello. I have one Christmas card left to do. And then it's done.
I may be committing certain crimes against
I like
music.
the last one you submitted, Tom.
I'm still working on it.
I know, but it's cute.
It's to the tune of Strangers in the Night, and it's about a midnight snack of sandwiches with my sisters.
It's cute.
So it's sandwiches at night.
I like that. I made 3 Motivation Monday quote graphics that I will schedule, but I was counting. I have 2 already scheduled. I haven't scheduled the 5 I'm sitting on, but I need 45 more. And that's what crashed my computer yesterday, was when I was looking at all these lists of motivational quotes. So I took screenshots of some from this list that I could go through, but I also want to look at another list to see if I'd rather do those and mix them in and things like. But I'm too nervous to open that list. So I think what I'm going to do is just continue making the ones that I screenshotted and worry about order later. Need 2K more to catch up with 85K 90 word count, but shingles is ruining my ability to concentrate. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Yes, I need 45 more quotes to put in graphics. 26 words. Cool.
Nice.
And then there were some comments that I wanted to get to. So Barrett said, "Happy productivity, everyone," quoting me. I've been saying it since 2020.
Yeah.
The great debate. Do you notate yourself when you quote yourself? I bring this up.
I feel like if I didn't, it would sound like Barrett was saying it, which he does. I think other people have started saying it too, and some people are like, "Oh, I got this from Zara," and other people are like, "I don't know, I just started saying it." I was like, "I don't care."
No, it's just more of Glory has had a decades-long running thing about people who give PowerPoint presentations and they quote themselves in the PowerPoint.
Oh,
with attribution to themselves.
Yeah.
Filming. And I'm like,
you
why
don't have to
is
do
it
that.
a solid slide and it's multiple slides in a presentation? I'm like,
well, like if you're quoting yourself from an article, then
no, they are not.
The name of the publication.
No, they are not. Because yeah, I agree. If you're citing source and you happen to be the source, hence why you're giving a presentation in the first
place.
place.
If you're being quoted in the New York Times, have that quote and then be like New York interview in New York Times or something.
Absolutely. But no, it's just because they like made it the title of the presentation now, and like they'll do it multiple times in a PowerPoint, and I'm like, what is this? I don't understand.
Oh, I saw a shirt today that I just loved watching. I just loved reading as this person was going by. And it was, and it was a, made in 1964, limited edition, just all these little phrases and stuff about products, that someone had made for them. And it was like, that is an awesome shirt.
I mean, that's cool. And Renata, who I don't think I've seen on YouTube in a bit, there was a stream, I think I was on Jordan Fegan's stream a while ago, and we were talking about names or whatever, so I said all of my names, and she was like, Zara Hoffman, first of her name, Mother of Asia, because I was saying like my DNA or whatever. And I was like, I could get that on a shirt, but then I'd also never want to wear it because I'd be like too self-conscious. But Tom, do you want to give a hot take?
Let's say my most recent one was about what was it? I can't remember the name of the character now. Someone strong.
Tristan Strong.
Tristan Strong punches a hole in the sky.
Yeah.
Of what was it? What if Shadow Moon from the American Gods, back when he was a teenager, had read the Neverending Story? And that is what you get with Tristan Strong punches a hole in the sky.
But is that a hot take?
That is my easiest way to describe it, and it is an awful way to describe an incredibly it's a long middle grade story. It's yeah. There's a lot better that can be said and written.
Okay.
Michael's a wise man once said, "What the hell is that?" I feel like that should go on that list of things you can respond when you're not sure what to say.
The really funny ones on Twitter are like things you can say during insert situation and during sex. And it's like the people that respond. Regina got my Ko-fi guide for writers, or Ko-fi for writers guide. Ko-fi.com/Zara/shop. It's there. Melanie left. Barrett and Regina were talking about the guide. Barrett got reeled in by Ricky after the holidays. Regina already used some of the advice.
Cool.
Barrett is going to grab it at the end of the month. She'll have me selling those on her streams too. Yeah, he already sells my outlining method for me, which is great. So thank you, Barrett. And Heather had come in.
Hello.
I like this. Bless it. Hot take is also often an unpopular opinion at the same time.
I mean, I know a lot of people who
I would say it's sort of like what we used to say off the cuff. But, now the young people, Regina, say hot take.
Because, I mean, I know I've known several people who consider American Gods a sacred scripture.
Yeah.
Do not, construe it with anything else. And it's like, but it's not its own thing.
5, November, Victor. 4, X-ray, Yankee, Niner, Sierra, Golf. Or 5, Nevada, 4, XY, 9, Sierra, Golf.
There we go.
If you know why I said XY, you know.
Oh, the app just gave me some free star coral.
Aww. Tanya's the one who would use SMH so often, and I would have to keep Googling because I couldn't remember what it meant.
Shaking my head.
Because
the funny thing is that my uncle's initials are SMH. And one time my mom was like, something, SMH. And I was like, why are you shaking your head? She's like, no, I mean, and then she said her older brother's name. And I was like, well, your context was lacking.
Yeah. But if I were to make a shirt for Tanya, it would just have SMH on it. Because she does it often.
Really? I was just thinking of I don't got the time.
Ain't nobody got the time, Tom.
Ain't nobody got the time. You're right. That's the...
I don't have time for this shit. Okay, we're starting our sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity. This is our second to last one.
Well, well, well.
Good night, Regina. Bye,
Good night,
Maggie. How did everyone else do?
I stared at various walls and ceilings.
Lovely.
I finished up my parody and got some pickled vegetables because suddenly my stomach did not feel right.
Good old kimchi will fix you up.
We have all of these, pickled vegetables I did back in October. It's like, maybe I should open those and try some.
What a bold choice.
I finally wrote in my novel for the first time since the new year.
Nice.
So that was nice. I think I finished the chapter, maybe. It's like kind of a shorter chapter compared to some other ones. But I believe I had a shortish chapter. So yeah, okay. My chapter lengths are all over the place in this book. Normally they're a little bit more uniform, but it's just based on what the story's been demanding. So I'm not going to try and fluff it up because then it's just not quality. So I'm just counting the words. Okay, I wrote 342 words.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Good stuff.
Rewrote the opening of my statement of purpose.
Excellent.
Sorry, I was just marking down that I had written that much in my no wordy spreadsheet. Cool.
Good stuff.
We have one more sprint, so hope to get you to the 2K mark that you need.
Cool.
Did traveling. Cool. Not traveling. Did tidying and found stuff for travel. The moment I said that, I was like, that's false. Like, but where did I mess up? My brain took a moment to register.
It was close enough.
Hello, Alexis. Yes. Setting the forest room now. Sorry, my mom is texting me. Okay. Okay, the code, which I'm typing out but will also be on screen, is 66 Juliet Sierra Golf 8 Yankee Sierra Golf.
Bye, Tanya. See you later.
Bye. They could take up to 2 months to respond. I mean, in the grand scheme of publishing, though, that's not long.
It's a good turnaround.
To show how well, my brain's been working, only just sort of clicked that all of these we've been doing in Forest are for, Chinese New Year. Or have been modified.
2 of them were.
And then it's like, wait, let me go look up when is New Year?
February 1st. You know Jewel, the singer?
Yeah.
Okay, well, she gave a message to CNN to air, like, right after the ball dropped in New York City for New Year's. And she was like, Happy New Year, everyone. It's the year of the tiger. And I was like, calm down, white lady. It's not for another month.
Yeah. Oh,
I was like, wait, it's a little early, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Wrong New Year's, Jules.
Yeah, I noticed that you both picked ones, but
yeah, I didn't know Tom had picked
a mushroom, and you had picked the weeping willow. So those weren't, but also on the thumbnail, the way that they're stacked, it's like non-Chinese New Year and then Chinese New Year. Someone I know recently said a term which like had me dying was melanin deficient people.
That is literally how I feel. I don't tan, and it's terrible. I do not have the ability. All I do is burn and peel, just to reveal an even paler skin. That is what the sun does to me. But yeah, I saw the one for the new year, and I was like, oh, I bet this is last year's, and I didn't get that in 2021. So let me get it before the new one, and I missed out on 2021 because it's pretty.
Yeah,
and it looks festive.
Like I did not notice at all.
I knew, but I wasn't going to say anything because I just assumed like, oh, it's pretty. Not that you guys were mistaking when New Year was.
No.
Because like people have been picking the jack-o'-lantern for my streams this month a lot. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Look, all I keep thinking is seeing, name Alexis Frost, and I was listening to Pop Culture Happy Hour, and they were talking about one of them, had gone to a concert recently of this guy, and if you ever just remember this, if you ever feel like what, but I'm putting out under so many different names, who will keep track of me? He has put out 2 albums under one name. He just has put out a single EP under this new name he's using. He uses the new name for the concert. What does he play? Everything from the other name. And it's like crossing out, and it's like, and for those wondering, like, would you know this person? It's like, yes, you would. You'd know him for this song, a little bit Lexus. Because he co-wrote it with, I can't remember the name of the actress.
Or no, with the actress. Because I thought Levy had actually written out the basic in the script, but meh.
Yeah, well, apparently the writing credits are, her and this guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, and so when she bought like an album, after the concert, he just literally crossed out the name of the previous one and wrote the new name. in Sharpie. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember the
feel
small
that.
venues. Those are fun.
Yes.
That's interesting.
When it's hand burned CD.
Okay, we're gonna start our final sprint. But yes. So in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. This sprint will finish at the 31-minute mark because I was 1 minute late.
So we meet again.
I did nothing.
I went down a Twitch rabbit hole. Anyway, that's a whole nother matter. And then I remembered to send Colin the link to the Vela stories for critiquing. And he then already replied by the time I checked my email. And then I started rereading the Vela stories. And does editing ever actually end? Because I found more things to edit in the first episode.
Editing ends when they pry it from your hands.
Or you have a friend who's like, okay, you're done.
I have no one like that.
You know, I feel like words fall. That like already sums up someone.
A man bun?
Yeah. Like, do you really need any more description, or it's like it's hard to tell them apart.
Is he wearing like hipster clothes that like is supposed to look not expensive but is super expensive?
Like professionally worn down clothing? Artistically worn out clothes? Really? Okay.
Or like, oh, that's a super expensive sweater that you've paired with like thrift store, whatever. But your outfit is more expensive than like whatever because of that sweater.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's $1,000 sweater paired with a $5 vintage Mickey Mouse watch. I feel like that right there just sums it up.
For me, the tell is they're wearing these well-worn jeans, except the wear spots are out of place. Like whoever wore them out, they didn't know how
Jeans wear.
How they wear out. So they use the sanding piece on the wrong spots on the jeans. And that's the tell for me of, oh, you bought that pre-worn out rather than you've had it so long you've worn them out.
I have like some ripped jeans. I have like I used to have some. I think now I only have a red pair. And I know it's like not accurate or whatever, but like it could be if I was like constantly rollerblading and falling on my knees without knee pads. But given that's not my situation, it's like not realistic for me. But other than that, all of my jeans are, if they're worn out, they're worn out.
Mm-hmm.
I was picking up an order last week at the mall, and I saw someone walk by, and I had a moment because her jeans were very much worn out, like the top of one of the back pockets had split, and I'm looking at it and it's like, wait, I know those jeans. My friend just posted a Twitter picture of her in those because her butt looks good. It has the exact same worn out pattern.
Yeah, I don't really use my jean pockets for stuff because in many cases they're not big enough to do anything. And the other times is if they're in the back, I don't want to sit on anything. Like I'd rather squeeze my phone into one of the smaller front pockets because I'm going to be using my phone anyway.
Well, I mean, you ask any...
Most men put that wallet in the back.
And every podiatrist and chiropractor is like, well, there's my money. Mm-hmm. I have a secure future.
Because if they're sitting on it,
they're uneven.
It's uneven.
Yeah. It messes up alignment and everything. Yeah.
Like rather than keeping their wallet in one of their front pockets, that would be better for their hips and spine.
My first thought was about pickpockets.
Oh yeah, I had that
We're
talk
talking about like
repeatedly.
long-term health, which is like important, but I'm thinking like pickpockets.
But yeah, like let's say the jeans or even canvas slacks have wear spots and they've got their wallet in their back pocket and there's no wear spots around the wallet. Not even lightened color spots from every time they get in and out of a chair or the car or whatever. It's like, must be nice. It's very telling.
Do you have friends summer and winter?
I forgot.
Or spring. I used
We
to
never had a
babysit a girl.
spring.
I used
Did
to
we?
babysit a girl named Spring.
There was one in Oxford? Oh.
No, it was down here.
Oh, okay. That's what I was like. Spring never showed up in the as an updated picture in Girls'
Spring
Life.
did not show up in Oxford, Mississippi, but she showed up down here. And then I met a little boy named Spring once when I was teaching, and I was like, "Oh, cool."
That's cool.
Yeah. Now that sounds like a good story beginning of having, all 4 seasons. Once a boy, though.
Why just one?
Usually at least around here in the Deep South, the season names are considered usually female. Like summer is not normally a male name, and neither is winter or autumn. They're all...
I know, but if you're writing it, just...
But
50-50.
Well, that's the surprise, is that one of them is a boy, like versus all of them being
one
women.
gender.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met this cute little boy, and I used to call him my little spring leek, and he loved it because he loved leeks. Because he saw Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's a very unique thing for a little kid to like.
Well, his grandma used to make him leek stir fry.
Okay.
And it was one of his favorites. And I'm like, are you my little spring leek? Because if you eat enough leeks, you'll become one. And he's like, I'm a spring leek. He was adorable.
Let's do outros because it seems like a lot of people are, going to bed or whatever. And
it is a Tuesday.
Yeah. So.
It's a rest day.
Hi, I'm Glory. And our YouTube channel and Twitch stream are Glory Writes the Blues. Joined with me by my brother, Tom. Our streaming schedule on YouTube, Mondays at 4 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central European Time. We stream about things. Right now, we are doing a series about life skills, pretty much everything we have learned in our many decades, as well as all our friends and fellow author tubers and other fellow streamers. This upcoming Monday, we're going to talk about charm and consideration for most occasions. Why, yes, there are a few occasions when it is entirely appropriate to throw charm and consideration out the door and go, nope, that's not okay.
As Kelly Wright would say, it's sometimes okay to curb stomp a bee.
Oh, yeah. Like, for instance, Nazis. I have no tolerance. So, we are going to talk about that. Zero will be joining us. It'll be fabulous.
I'm excited.
On Twitch, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, Tom and I do a stream where we actually go through the process of getting ready for Monday's stream, which means we workshop snappy titles for YouTube, and we also work on descriptions and tags and recommendations and so on. We go through our whole process. In part so that people can participate and have fun with the sort of game of figuring out titles and things, but also so they can see how we do it, since we've recently been monetized, and a lot of that had to do with the things we learned to appease the YouTube algorithm gods. So that's in part why we go over it, and everybody gets to participate, and it's super fun. And then on Thursdays, starting at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Coffee Bunny Cafe that Cat Leo Writing and I do. And every week we rotate back whose Twitch stream we do it on. Look, it's 4 hours of chaos and sometimes coffee and bagels. Crochet, playing games, just chit-chatting, you know, like in a cafe. Like in a little corner cafe. So this Thursday, it'll be on Cat Leo Writing's channel. I will be there. We'd love for everyone to join us if you can. I think that's the whole schedule, hopefully.
The usual schedule.
Instagram is also Glory Writes the Blues. Twitter is Write the Blues. Instagram is Tom's Hot Takes. Your Twitter, I never know how to pronounce it, but it's EA19LE.
GLE.
It's Eagle with 19 in the middle.
Damn it.
It's Eagle.
I as I said it, I was like the LE. I was like, I missed.
He came up with this
where
over a decade ago before he cared about it being easy to explain.
It's linked down below. It's all linked down below. But if you go to their Ko-fi, aside from Tom's specific social media that I just said, with the Instagram and the Twitter, you'll find their shows and everything linked here.
Yeah, you usually find me with hanging out with Glory if I'm not working something else.
Yeah. So that's why I've been having this the whole time.
Yeah, because we share all that. We are housemates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom lives down the hall. And yeah, so we just share it. Although Tom's the one who actually came up with Glory Writes the Blues. So I was like, that's brilliant. I love it.
I think everyone here. Sorry, my mom just texted me again. I think everyone here knows who I am, but if you don't, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the self-published author of 6 books, a young adult paranormal romance trilogy and a new adult sci-fi romance trilogy. All of them are available for purchase as signed paperbacks at ko-fi.com/Zara, which is here. I also sell some PDF guides through there, including one for Ko-fi if you're a writer and you don't really know what to do on what seems to be a mostly visual art platform. I also offer commissions for a bunch of different things that could be useful for you if you are self-publishing, but also if you're interested in traditional publishing, like a lot of agent and comp title research that you can't access if you're not in the industry. And I have it because I'm in a grad school program and I'm an aspiring literary agent. I am also the co-creator and co-host of the Writish podcast. Season 2 just started today. Episodes come out at 4 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday. And there's a Ko-fi page for the podcast linked here that if you have a recurring as low as $1 donation, you get the first 5-ish minutes of every episode the Sunday before the Tuesday where it goes live. And we also sell logo stickers for that. It's 2 inches in diameter. It's a matte sticker. So it's not vinyl, but it is pretty water resistant. I've tested it out. We're going to be having more merch probably in the second half of the year. Kelly's making me wait because she's like, you have grad school. Stop adding stuff to your plate. So yeah, that's me. I hope everyone had a good and productive time, whatever that means for you. And I will be streaming on Twitch, which is Zara Hoffman, on Friday at 9 a.m. And I hope everyone has a good night, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Bye.